I am in shock. Oh my goodness. This is my first cup of coffee in like 2 weeks. And it's decaf because I'm trying not to drink coffee, but I really needed one today. Hi everyone. So I just have a bit of an update on kind of everything going on with my blood results from my hematologist, as well as actually an embryo update, which is pretty exciting. So after 3 long months of waiting for my hematology report, it has come in. I've had to redo the activated protein C resistance test twice, and then they also sent me for factor V Leiden because the activated protein C resistance test came back abnormal. My factor V Leiden came back negative, so I don't have factor V. But anybody that has APC-R usually leads them to factor V because they're connected. But I do have activated protein C resistance. So this means that I am more prone to increased coagulation, so blood clots. I will have to keep an eye on that for any, any signs of blood clots. My doctor did put me on heparin for this transfer, so at least that will help with that. So I'm really excited about that because now that I found out that I do not have factor V, we would have done this protocol if I had factor V, but maybe not if we hadn't had factor V, just because APC-R doesn't necessarily mean that there's a fertility issue. Everything's going to stay the same just because of my multiple miscarriages, so I will still be doing heparin shots for this transfer and probably any transfers in the future. But at least now I have an answer that maybe I am creating blood clots, which is for some reason causing my, sorry, that's my cat. Zazu, shush. So I do have a blood clotting disorder that I actually have to tell my family about, and then if they choose to get tested, they can. My brothers have both decided that they want to get tested. My mom had a blood clot late last year, so I sent her a copy of the letter that my doctor sent me, and she's going to get tested, as well as my uncle. So I told all of my immediate family members, so my mom, both her brothers, and their kids. So, as well as my brothers, of course. So I told them all because it's obviously genetic. We're pretty sure that my grandfather had it because he's had a pulmonary embolism, as well as my uncle has had a pulmonary embolism, which is a blood clot to the lung. So definitely a genetic hereditary mutation. So, I mean, at least that's something that we can now figure out and try to prevent anything happening because of this disorder. So that's good. I did go in for my transfer. I will be doing a video once I get my HCG results in about 10 days or so. I'm not really going to give you much of an update on that, but when I did go in to get the transfer, they did tell me that I actually have, after the transfer, I have 8 embryos left, not 5. So when my doctor saw the genetic results from the embryos, he thought that I had 6 normal and 6 abnormal, but I really had 6 normal, 3 abnormal, and 3 mosaic. So that's where there's more good cells than bad cells, but there are bad cells. They typically can they can correct themselves in utero, and then everything can be fine. But it's by a percentage, so it's not very, it's not like they're missing a chromosome or anything like that. So it's less likely to be an issue, but it still could cause an issue. So then it's up to you whether you want to transfer them. So I do have 8 embryos left on ice after my transfer, and we transferred my 5AA. Yeah, which is really exciting. A little crazy. I wasn't expecting that, because I was told I had no mosaics. I just had normal and abnormal. But the embryologist, of course, knows a little bit more than my doctor specifically about embryo quality. So they told me I have 8 left. So they said, we're going to keep the 3 mosaics for now. If you want, we can discard them, but you've already paid the fee. We might as well keep them on ice. And then once you're done, then we'll discard them later. So I am in shock. Oh my goodness. This is my first cup of coffee in like 2 weeks. And it's decaf because I'm trying not to drink coffee, but I really needed one today. Yeah, that is my update. So I have APC-R, activated protein C resistance. I do not have factor V, and I have 9 embryos out of 12 that are viable. 9 out of 12. It's very exciting. All right, thanks for tuning in. I will give you an update on my IVF frozen embryo transfer once I have all pieces. Bye for now.